Let's bring on board Mr. M.R. Rao, the CEO and MD of the company. Mr. Rao, thank you for being with us on ET Now. How long is the entire exclusivity term for? When can we really see it fructify into a swap ratio?
So I can't comment on the duration of the exclusivity arrangement. The rationale being that both parties want to engage each other in the final, to decide the final terms of the agreement. So that is going to take a while for us to finally finalize a definitive agreement. This is to enable us to enter into exclusive discussions with each other, leading to the definitive agreement.
So just hypothetically, although it's a far-fetched scenario, does exclusivity mean that there is a room for the deal to fall off too?
Technically, what you are saying is the answer technically to what you are asking is yes, but we don't anticipate such an eventuality.
How do you see various shareholders reacting to this? How do you see the entire deal benefiting Bharat Financial shareholders?
So currently we have not we have not spoken to any shareholders. I personally have not spoken because I have been tied up with some work. But we do not. This arrangement we feel adds to a lot of operating efficiencies, improvement in cost of funds, our ability to add more products like savings accounts, small deposits to our borrowers. Essentially, from just being a microcredit company, we will now be a full-suite financial inclusion company. I think the shareholders will react positively to this announcement is my take.
Hi, Mr. M.R. Rao. This is Nayantara joining in from the New Delhi studio. Congratulations on entering those exclusivity talks. I want you to elaborate a bit more on the benefits that you were just touching upon, how you're going to become a full-scale NBFC. What kind of a scale is it that you're talking about? What are the synergies that exist with IndusInd Bank? How is this going to make it bigger for you?
So I won't be able to comment on the structure of the transaction because that is yet to be, discussed. That is the whole point of this exclusivity arrangement. But the advantages that I just explained is, it makes us a fully financial inclusion company. We are just, instead of just being on the asset side of the book, offering microcredit loans, we will be able to get the borrowers to open savings accounts, get them to do cashless transactions, get them to park their small savings through the savings account. And we see a lot of synergies that will come out of this transaction. Therefore, the whole discussions with the banks on this aspect.
So, Mr. Rao, if this deal fructifies, would Bharat Financial become a bank from day one? I'm sure you saw Mr. Ramesh Sopti of IndusInd Bank's interview on our channel. He did say that you would be a bank from day one. Can you confirm the same? Is that how you're approaching this deal as well?
No, those are yet to be discussed and agreed upon. That is the whole idea for this exclusivity agreement that we have entered into with them.
Just to add on to that point, when we spoke this morning with Mr. Ramesh Sopti of IndusInd Bank, he said that Bharat Financial would become a bank from day one, but you are not confirming the same. So this means that there is a possibility of some kind of another structure. Can you just elaborate on that?
No, these are, I think, I've not heard Mr. Sopti speak, so I won't be able to comment on what he specifically spoke to you. The way we are looking at this is once the discussions are on between the teams, the structure, the modality of the whole arrangement will come into play.
Okay, moving forward, what according to you would be the challenges of this sort of a merger? Would there be any impact to the employees?
So the challenge is actually it's less of a challenge. It's more of the discussions between the two organizations going on as per the as early as possible, because we don't want this to drag for too long. Other than that, I don't see any challenges, because as organizations, we have been working closely together. We are their business correspondents, and both the teams know each other pretty well and are familiar with each other. So we don't see any major challenges on that front.
Now that the exclusivity agreement has been signed, what do you think are the key focus area from now on for both the parties? By when can we expect a final agreement?
So the key areas of focus would be to discuss the whole arrangement threadbare. Merger is a complicated this thing involving a lot of stakeholders. So addressing the interests and the concerns of all stakeholders would be the primary motive of the discussions, and that is where the focus would be.
We understand that the pricing will be at a significant premium, around 1,000 rupees plus. Can you just tell us about the details of the ratio or pricing?
No, unfortunately, I won't be able to share that. Yeah. Once the definitive agreement is signed, all these things would be finalized.
Okay, we've got the stock currently trading at 968. No details as far as the valuations go. Mr. Rao, once again, why do you think that this deal makes sense, and why does it make sense with IndusInd? What happens also to the current management of Bharat Financial? Like, what is your future personally with IndusInd Bank going forward?
So let me answer the synergies piece first. I think the whole purpose of this arrangement is because all of us feel that there will be a lot of synergies, as I just said in the beginning, in terms of cost of funds, in terms of operational efficiencies, in going cashless in the last mile, becoming a totally financial inclusion company, as against just being a standalone microcredit company. I think these are a lot of synergies that come into play. As regards the management role, we don't see any changes or envisage any changes happening, but that will get finalized once the definitive agreement is in place.
Mr. Rao, a pleasure having you with us on the channel. Thank you so much for joining in. You've certainly brought a lot of clarity on the merger and what exactly this means for both the parties.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.